There are two citizens petitioners here.
Well, here we go. We are live and it's 5 o'clock.
Okay, Attica City Board of Works and Safety, Tuesday, 6/17/25. Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Will the clerk please take roll?
My ink pen's gone. Mr. Gaylor,
Present.
Mr. Smart,
Present.
Mayor Grant.
Present.
Okay, Mayor.
Has everybody had a chance to look at the meeting minutes from 6/3?
I have, and I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Let's sign those before I forget.
Appreciate that.
There's that. Citizens petitions. They're not present, but I had a request from Doug Fiesel at a sewer backup issue. Typically, I told him that we don't pay for sewer backup issues because we require a backflow preventer. But I talked to Eric, and Eric, do you have a good understanding of what happened there and a recommendation?
Yeah, the city main had backed up, which is what had caused their problem. They thought they had a problem inside their home, so of course they called a plumber. Plumber came, found it was city's main. He told me that he didn't call me because it was 1:30 in the morning. So my recommendation would be do it this one time with them having the understanding that if it ever were to happen again, call non-emergency dispatch or the city of Attica first before you call a plumber. That way we can check our main. And it was, talking to the plumber, it was a pretty bad situation because it's the line that ties into Foster Drive and David Drive, and a bunch of baby wipes were in the line and it had plugged up the manhole. So normally it's never an issue there because Art Fletcher has a house beside them, which has a basement. When somebody is living in that house, as soon as they hear gurgling, they instantly know to call the city. But that house is empty at the moment. So
Kind of a perfect storm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Way around, but my recommendation would be in this particular situation to probably reimburse them for what they had paid the plumber.
I haven't seen the bill yet. Verbally, Doug's wife told me it was $350.
I'm okay with it. I'll make a motion we approve to pay the bill for Doug Fiesel for the sewer backup.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Had a situation at the Ravine Park Pavilion over the weekend. Of course, we had the music down there. The park board had music down there at the pavilion Saturday evening. And apparently those events never got put on the city's calendar. So we went ahead and rented the pavilion out for Saturday afternoon. I got a call from one of the park board members in a panic because they got there to set up the band and there was already somebody there. I directed them that if they would work with us getting the band set up and get out of their way, that we would just reimburse them their money for the rental.
Yeah.
And they agreed to that. They were very, very happy to help out, and it worked out just fine. But need the board's approval to pay that.
And it's on the claims. It's Nancy went ahead and
Is it?
tossed it.
Okay,
It's
I
on
wasn't-
the
I
claims
didn't know
docket. So no, I know. That's why I was letting you know that it is on the claims docket. So
that's the story there.
Okay.
Do we have any other citizens petitions? Nope, nobody else here. Department heads, Mr. Swank,
I do not have anything.
do you anticipate the road work to be completed yet this week? We're two-way traffic again on 41.
for sure. I know today they put in one part of the pipe just to get the road opened up. And at the end of the day, they poured the flowable fill, but on one lane. Tomorrow, they're going to asphalt. So that would tell me that tomorrow, if the asphalt gets placed, then they're gonna open up traffic both directions. But depending on how close they are to the end of the week on whether they do the opposed side, I would venture to say that knowing Boyer, he will probably, if rain's not playing a factor, he will probably start on that other side once they're able to open up the side that they're on now.
So we don't know.
I do not have a definite answer yet.
Okay. And the only reason I ask is I know it has to be done, and I've told everybody that's asked it has to be done. Just trying to have a good answer when they do call. And
I will know a whole lot more for you tomorrow.
alrighty. Chief Little is not present. Chief Miller is not present. Did talk to Chief Miller earlier this week about some high grass issues and things like that. They're taking care of those. Unfinished business. There's none listed. New business. Utility credits.
I can vouch for PJ. He did plant some grass, so I know he probably had to water some grass. So I'll make a motion that we approve utility credits.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Payroll.
Everything look good?
It does, and just FYI, the reason that the payroll is much larger as far as number of employees is we've got all the park program kids on there. Plus there's some summer help on there that's, just seasonal. Got seasonal people on there.
We do have a new city employee, correct?
Yes.
Full-time city employee, not just
Okay.
seasonal.
Good.
Wasn't a new position, but it was a position that we hadn't filled.
All right.
Have a motion, and a second, all in favor?
I'll make a motion we approve payroll ledgers.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pen didn't want to write.
That's why I took the good one.
You did.
This looks like it was mine anyway.
It was one you gave me.
I'm sure I didn't give it to you and see if I took it.
I probably did.
There's usually an extra one in this drawer. I think Denise probably sat here. She probably took my pen.
There's one
I
in my
have my
drawer
own
here
pen.
too. We don't have
No disconnects.
disconnects, accounts payable, which is claims.
I think mine actually says,
So you
mine
said,
says claims report.
you said we put that sewer reimbursement on claims. Do we have an actual bill from them that shows what they paid?
Oh, not the sewer reimbursement, the pavilion reimbursement's on the
Oh, okay,
claims.
okay.
No, the
okay,
pavilion
okay.
reimbursement's
I'm sorry,
on
I was
there.
mistaken.
Yeah, no, the pavilion reimbursement's
We know
on
what
there.
that was.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. And I think it's under Fund 2211. And I think yours is broken down by funds, mine is not. But I'm pretty certain it was 2211. And those are all in the order of the funds. Yours are.
I'm not seeing it on
Well,
there.
maybe it wasn't 2211, but I thought it was. Oh, no, apparently. Oh, yeah, right here. There's only one under 2211.
Oh, okay. Ruby Mickle.
Yeah,
Okay.
right there. I couldn't
Okay,
remember
great.
her name, so I couldn't look it up on mine because mine's by vendor name.
Everybody okay with those?
Yep.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve claim.
I'll second.
And the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there anybody living in that lone house down at the river now?
So which one?
I'm glad you brought that
The
up.
one
I was just
Dana-
thinking, I was just talking to my wife
Dana
about that.
Perry?
Not
Oh.
Dana.
No.
It's
Oh, the one behind McDonald's.
Yes.
No,
What I did hear,
No.
AC Hanthorn was living there.
there's like 9 people that are on that.
So there's like 9, like they left it to the whole family, and he wanted to buy it from the family so he can make improvements in there. Basically, didn't want to sell it, which is, well, I'm not going to improve this place if I don't ever have a chance to buy it, you know. And so it's set empty, and you know, being that's really, other than Dana Perry's, I think that's the only place left down in there.
And Dana's is not in the city limits.
Is it really? It's not?
I mean, it might be nice to see if we approach them, if there's anything we could work out a deal, you know, to where the city could, I don't know what our budget situation is, but, you know, it'd be kind of nice where we could pretty much have control of that whole area down there.
It would. Yeah.
And it's abandoned, and, I mean, we can start hitting weed liens and whatever, but it'd be nice if we could talk to them first and just say, listen, you know,
It hasn't been mowed either. I mean,
no, it's high. It's kind of a shame because it really wasn't that bad of a house, but
No.
it's been empty for what, 2 or 3 years maybe?
I haven't seen anybody in it.
Yeah. So anyway, and here's the thing is, and I was just kind of telling the mayor, you know, there's a lot of properties that are still in pretty good shape that are just abandoned. Nobody's lived in, nobody's taken care of. And there's a lot of people I've noticed that are redoing these houses and flipping them, making them apartments we desperately need. You know, I would really like to see these places kind of rehabbed and either somebody living in it full time or apartments, because, you know, we're desperate for it. And it's kind of crazy that there's so many sitting empty that could really help our situation. I know we can't control that. That's private industry and, you know, residential matters, but it would be nice if we could encourage, you know, are you going to do something with this property? You ever thought about selling it? There's people
Well, and I think probably the key to that is once it starts becoming a liability.
right.
Like having to pay these weed liens.
Exactly.
And things like that. You know, you don't want to come after people just out of greed. But
Right.
on the other hand, if they're not maintaining the properties, it's only fair to make sure that they do.
Right. And it's not helping the city. And, you know, we want the city to thrive and to look nice, and it's not helping.
Okay, anything else? Miscellaneous business, next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, July the 1st at 5 PM. No other business being heard. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
And I'll second that.
Have a motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
You got another